this track. Julie.
We are continuing to keep a very close eye on what's going on in the Caribbean. And as of 11 o'clock, Helene was upgraded to a tropical storm. And this is really going to get strong quickly for us as we head through the next 24 to 48 hours. Here is the latest information as of 2 o'clock. Maximum sustained winds were at 45 miles per hour. So to become a tropical storm, you need those 40-mile-per-hour winds. Pressure is down to 999 millibars, so it dropped just a little bit. And here's our path. Now, this is our latest track that came out at 11 o'clock. We'll get a new track that comes out at 5 o'clock. But notice that right now it's moving to the north-northwest overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. We're expecting it to strengthen into a hurricane. Then as we head through the day tomorrow and into Thursday, that's when it really will become much stronger, strengthening it into a Category 3 storm. And notice as we go in a little bit closer for you, we're expecting a landfall in the Big Bend area by Thursday evening with winds at 115 miles per hour. Takes that turn off to the north and east. That's thanks to a dip in the jet stream that will kind of help guide it off to the north and east. But we are expecting, again, some really rough weather through the day on Thursday for us. That's why we have some advisories in place across central Florida. This is what it looks like for you. Every area shaded in yellow, you are under a tropical storm watch, which means we could see tropical storm force winds within the next 48 hours, which is right on target for what we are expecting. But if you're in Marion County and you live west of I-75, you are under a hurricane watch. So you have a good chance of seeing some hurricane force winds by this time on Thursday. In fact, we'll start to see that tropical moisture really beginning to roll in during the day tomorrow with rain chances going up to 50%. So this is really our last dry, pleasant afternoon. The radar scanning out showing not a whole lot happening for us right now. But as we were showing you, this storm is going to get stronger very quickly once it moves into the Gulf of Mexico. Meteorologist Samara Coquinos is standing by. And Samara, there are a couple of different factors coming into play with that one.
Could the timing on that be any better?
Right, that was perfect. So I was just going to say, so that's what you want to see, the water going down the downspout, not over the top of it. Yes.
Ponding on your roof and
right.
other areas.
And it is a good idea to be checking those, maybe clearing away some brush around your house, anything that, could potentially cause some damage because it's going to be probably pretty windy in parts of Central Florida in the coming days. Julie?
Yeah, we'll start to see that tropical moisture building in tomorrow, and then Thursdays when we'll be dealing with those really gusty winds, tropical storm force winds possible across all of Central Florida, of course, because of Tropical Storm Helene. Here is the 2 o'clock advisory. We get a new full advisory at 5 o'clock, and that will include a new track. But as of 2 o'clock, maximum sustained winds were at 45 miles per hour. The hurricane hunters went in there this morning. They found that center of circulation, which they had been looking for, and you'll notice it's displaced off to the west of most of the showers and thunderstorms. That's because of winds in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere coming in from the west and southwest and blowing those clouds and those showers off to the east. However, as this moves into the Gulf, those upper level winds will begin to relax. The waters are very warm, so we're expecting some pretty fast strengthening. As we head through the overnight hours tonight and into tomorrow, it looks like we'll wake up tomorrow morning to a Category 1 hurricane. A trough of low pressure will dig down. That's going to help guide this more off to the north and east. And we are looking at the potential of a Category 3 storm making landfall in the Big Bend area Thursday evening around 8 o'clock or so. But again, we are talking about a very large system. So just because we're not technically in this cone does not mean that we are not all going to feel at least some effects. We will be dealing with those outer rain bands. So we could be talking about squally weather, gusty winds, and even the potential of flooding if you get stuck under one of those rain bands that keeps dropping showers over and over in the same area. So we do have a lot of advisories in place for you. If you are in Marion County and you live west of I-75, you are under a hurricane watch. That means that hurricane force winds are possible within the next 48 hours in your area. Everywhere else in yellow, you are under a tropical storm watch. So everybody except for Flagler County and Volusia County is under advisories. I still think you will see some tropical storm force wind gusts, though. Here's a look at those winds as we roll you through Thursday into Friday. And notice by the time we get to around Thursday afternoon, those areas of yellow and red. So that shows us where we're talking around 40-mile-per-hour gusts or so as that center of circulation makes its way toward the Big Bend area. So we are going to be watching this very closely for you over the next couple of days. Right now, downtown Orlando, our Light Orlando Delivering Hope Together camera actually starting to see some clouds increasing. That indicates we're seeing some moisture moving into the area. 91 degrees out there right now. Radar not picking up any showers. We'll keep it mostly dry for the rest of the evening, but taking you into tomorrow, we bump our rain chances up to 50%. Notice by 3 o'clock, we'll start to see some moisture associated associated with Helene moving into our area. So some tropical downpours really much of the day on Thursday, taking you into Thursday afternoon. Notice we'll see those pockets of heavy rain, and that will stick around, looks like, until during the day on Friday. Now, here's your pinpoint accurate forecast.
Your forecast is sponsored by Freedom Health Medicare Advantage plans.
50% chance of showers tomorrow. That goes up to 90% for Thursday, and even Friday we're talking about an 80% chance of showers, and moisture hangs around behind the system this weekend, so rain chances do stay elevated for the next several days.
All right, Julie, thank you.
Finding everything we need to know about Helene. Julie?
We'll get a new update on Helene coming out in about the next half hour, but we're not expecting any major changes other than as we head through the next couple of days. This thing is really going to strengthen quickly, but as far as the track, a lot of the models are clustered pretty tightly together and in pretty good agreement on where this thing will go. Now, as of 2 o'clock this afternoon, maximum sustained winds were at 45 miles per hour. Helene was classified as a tropical storm at 11 o'clock this morning, and we're expecting it to move into the Gulf of Mexico overnight into tomorrow. And as that happens, that's when it's really going to be able to strengthen very quickly, because the upper level winds will relax, and we're talking about sea surface temperatures around 88 degrees in some spots. So notice as this continues moving to the north and eventually northeast, we're expecting a Category 3 hurricane by Thursday morning with maximum sustained winds of 115 miles per hour. Could even get a little bit stronger than that before it makes landfall, most likely in the Big Bend area Thursday evening. So what this means for us is that we will start to see tropical moisture increasing during the day tomorrow, which means our rain chances go up. And then during the day on Thursday, we are talking about squally weather, especially throughout the afternoon and into the evening hours, with tropical storm force winds for much of central Florida, and also some periods of heavy rain. And remember, because we are in the front right quadrant, we also could be talking about some isolated tornadoes. We do have tropical storm watches in place for all of these areas shaded in yellow, so that's everyone except for our coastal counties. And we do have a hurricane watch in place for those of you who live in Marion County west of I-75. That means within the next 48 hours, you could see hurricane force wind gusts. We could also see some stronger wind gusts for areas like Sumter County as well. So again, this is really our last nice afternoon because those moisture levels begin going way up for us tomorrow, and we'll see those strong winds moving into our area during the day on Thursday. So it's a day to go ahead if you have preparations to make, do those today or for the first part of the day tomorrow. We'll talk more about the rest of this in the next 7 days coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Julie, thank you.
I'm meteorologist Julie Broughton. We are pinpointing the very latest for you on Tropical Storm Helene. It is now 4:43. We'll get the 5 o'clock update for Helene coming out any moment now, and that will also provide a new track for us. The most recent update came out at 2 o'clock, and at that time, maximum sustained winds were at 45 miles per hour. Now, this is the track. Remember, the track comes out every 6 hours. So this track came out at 11 o'clock, and notice what happens as we see it move into the Gulf of Mexico. We're expecting it to become a hurricane by tomorrow morning, and then by Thursday morning at 8 o'clock, we are talking about a major hurricane, a Category 3 hurricane in the Gulf as it approaches the Big Bend area by Thursday evening as a Category 3 storm. Now, a lot of people are saying, hey, we notice Central Florida is not technically in that cone anymore. Remember, we are talking about a major hurricane, a very large system. This will impact all of us as we head through the day on Thursday. Even starting tomorrow, that tropical moisture will increase. This is the satellite imagery. You can see the center of circulation right in this area. Even over the last few hours, it is beginning to look a little bit more organized. We're starting to see some more showers and storms along the western part of that center of circulation, but still most of the showers and storms are displaced off to the east because of some upper level shear, but there are some indications some of that shear may be letting up. Watches and warnings for Central Florida. Again, we are all going to feel some impacts on Thursday. If you are shaded in yellow, you are under a tropical storm watch. If you are in Marion County and you live west of I-75, that means you are under a hurricane watch, which means you could see hurricane force winds within the next 48 hours. Daytona Beach Skycam right now showing beautiful blue sky out there. This will be changing tomorrow, 86 degrees right now. We begin to see moisture levels coming up a whole lot during the day tomorrow, so we bump up our chance of rain to 50% for tomorrow, and that goes up even more on Thursday. Radar for you scanning out right now showing we are mostly dry. Here's how it looks for you for your pinpoint accurate forecast.
Your forecast is sponsored by the Flooring Center.
Rain chances go up to 50% for tomorrow, and then Thursday we will see squally weather throughout the day, especially Thursday afternoon into Thursday evening. 90% chance of rain. That moisture hangs around Friday and into the weekend.
Julie, thank you.